Hello friends, this is Andipan here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Till now, as we have learned about the concepts of variables, data types and also know about the strings and numbers, today in this tutorial we are going to learn what lists are and also various operations and methods we can use while using lists in great details. So, without any further ado, let's get started. A list is basically a sequential data structure in Python, which is a collection of similar or dissimilar items in a particular order. You can make a list of letters, digits, or even the names of your family members, anything you can put in a list. Okay, let me open my VS Code and let's get our hands dirty with some lists. Okay, so first of all, in Python, square brackets indicate a list and individual elements in the list are separated by commas. Here's an example of a list that contains some fruits. So, fruits equals, and then inside square brackets, orange, comma, banana, comma, mango, comma, watermelon. A quick note, it's a good idea to make the name of your list variable plural, such as letters, digits, or names. Okay, so let's first realize why to use list. From the example that I have shown, if I want to store multiple data like these fruit names, I could have stored the names like this: fruit 1 equals orange, fruit 2 equals banana, and so on. But let's say I have to store hundreds or thousands of fruit names, then this will be a very tedious process to assigning each fruit names to corresponding variables and then manipulate with them. In that case, we can define just one list variable and then assign a list of fruits in the way that I have shown in the example. There are lots of advantages and benefits using list. We will learn them as we move through the tutorial. We can also print the list like other variables. Print fruits. So here are some characteristics of lists in Python. Number 1. Lists are ordered, means the elements are stored in a sequential and ordered manner in a list. That means at the time of manipulation, we can find the elements in the same order in which we stored them. So, if we declare and define two lists like this, A equals 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, and another list B equals 3, 2, 5, 4, 6, and try to check the equality of the lists by this way: A equals B, we can see the result is false. That means the two lists are not equivalent. Even the elements are same, because they are in different order, they are not equivalent. Number 2, lists can contain any arbitrary objects like strings, integers, floats, or even a list itself. The elements of the list can be of the same type, like numbers equals 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, or the elements can be of different types, like these random underscore objects equals 2, football, that is a string, comma 4.8, that is a float, comma true, that is a boolean value, comma cricket, that again is a string. So, number 3, list elements can be accessed by index. So, index is the value that each element of a list can have. These are like slots in a list. Index value starts from 0. So, the first element in a list will got an index of 0. Individual elements in a list can be accessed using the index in square brackets. So, for example, if I want to access the very first element of the fruits list, I can write like this: first underscore fruit equals list and inside square brackets 0. So let's print it. Print first fruit like that. Let's print the second and third element directly. So print then list of 1 and again print list 2. Another interesting thing is that we can access the elements from the last by using negative indices. On these, to remember, negative indices starts from -1. So if I want to print the last element of the list, I have to print it like this: last fruit equals fruits and inside square brackets -1, and then print last fruit. Number 4, lists can be nested to any depth. As we have discussed previously, a list can store any type of objects. Even we can nest one list within another to any depth. For example, if I have a list like this: items in bag equals textbook and comma, then I am going to make another list, that is pen, comma pencil, comma eraser, then comma notebooks, comma water bottle, comma, and then again a list of ID card, comma photo. Here you can see I have defined a list as an item inside another list. So if I print the second item, that means the item at index 1, print items in bag of 1. It is giving the inner list as expected. Now, if I want to print the elements of the inner list, simply we have to append an additional index in square bracket which points to the inner list. So, to print the element pencil, I have to write like this: items in bag, then 1, and then again inside square brackets 1. So, by the first index value, I can access the inner list, and then the index value after that gives me the pencil element. In the same way, if I want to print the photo element, I can print it like this: print items in bag of -1 and then again inside the square brackets -1. We can print it many other ways also, but I just want to show that we can also use negative indices here. In this way, we can define any number of nested lists to any depth within a list and can access them by appending the indices. Number 5. Lists are mutable. Means once a list is created, we can add, delete, shift, and move around the elements in the same list. Python provides a wide range of ways to modify lists that we will discuss later. Number 6. Lists are dynamic, means we can add, delete, or modify the items in a list at any point of time. It's not fixed with the initial elements that we called as a static. So, these are some basic concepts of lists. In the next tutorial, I will discuss about the different list methods and operations we can perform with them. That's all for today. Hope you find this video helpful. If so, give a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can create more such helpful contents for you. Hope to see you in my next video. Till then, goodbye.